Yeah. Assalamu alaikum. So, Joban, we can start. Yeah, unmute your.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. So today, inshallah, we'll talk about very interesting subject is about the end with Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam. So let me start with the ayah from Quran, from Surah An-Namil, ayah 17. Allah SWT said, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وحشر لسليمان جنود من الجن والإنس والطير فهم يوزعون حتى إذا أتوا على واد النمل قالت نملة يا أيها النمل ادخلوا مساكنكم لا يهتمنكم سليمان وجنوده وهم لا يشعرون. As we know that Allah SWT gave Sulaiman that he never give to anyone, a kingdom, an authority, right? That no one can compare to him. He's in charge of everything. Allah SWT give him, he can control the wind, the jinn, the breeze, human being, and animals. So in this story, one day Sulaiman salam, he was walking with the huge soldiers, with all the animals, jinn, and above him was the birds. And suddenly he gave command to slow down, and then stop. Right? He said, "Hatta idha ataw ala wadin naml," until when they come upon the valley of the ants. Right? And then qalat namlatun. Namla, one ant, and it's the queen. Subhanallah. And the queen said, "Oh ants, go into your nest, into your houses, lest Solomon and his troop crush you without noticing." Subhanallah. This is the miracle. How did the ants that know he's Sulaiman alayhi salam by name? Yeah. And then also it was very early, right? Before that the soldier and Sulaiman come, because he said that the ant was happy party on that time. Everybody was somewhere. But the leaders, he's always aware, he was watching. Yeah. So he asked all his people to hide before Sulaiman came. In his speech, very interesting, the speech contained the first one, a call on plea. It said, Ya ayyuhan naml. It was said, oh, in Arabic, ya. And when in Arabic, when somebody called with the word ya, this means to show something respect. Right? Ya ayyuhan nabi, ya ayyuhan rasul, ya ayyuhan nas, ya alladhina amanu. Right? Mostly respect. And then identification. He focused to the ends. Right? And then said, udkhulu, mandating. Yeah? Enter. And then warning, la yahtimannakum, so he said, I don't want that Sulaiman and his soldiers crash you. But in Arabic, the word said yahtimannakum. Very interesting word here, right? The word yahtimannakum mean like you destroy or crash the glass, the cup bit of glass. Yeah, because why the Quran said we don't want that Sulaiman kill you. The word kill, yaktulu or yaktulannakum, But the word yahtimannakum, subhanallah. No, is a proof it that the body of the ends like the glass, right? Crush like this, subhanallah. And then he said, Sulaiman, specification, he pointed. So he know this Sulaiman. And then excusing, subhanallah. He said, so the end, it know that this king is not oppressor king, not bad king. Even when he crash us, he and soldiers step on us, not because they are bad people, they are good people, right? Subhanallah. Yeah. So of course, the story in Quran is not for entertainment, is to listen to learn. So what lesson we can learn from this short story, right? Number one, when Allah bless you with any blessing, small or big, always be grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? Look at what did Sulaiman say when he understood the language of N. He said, Rabbi Auzini, oh Allah, inspire me, teach me, and ashkura, to thank ni'matakallati, to the blessing that you give alayya, to me, wa ala walidayya, and to my parent, wa an a'mala salihah, and so I can do a lot of good deed, tardoh, they please you, wa adkhilni bi rahmatika, and put me, enter me, right, in your blessing, among your righteous servant. Allah. Shukr. Right? This is so therefore why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give to Sulaiman more and more power and more blessing, because Sulaiman always grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Remember when he was able to bring the palace of the Queen of Saba from Yemen to Palestine, and everything is there. What Sulaiman said, هذا من فضل ربي, this is from the bounty of Allah, liyabluwani, in order to test me, ashkur am akfur, do I thankful or ungrateful? Right? So if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want to protect the blessing Allah gives to you, and Allah want to give you more, always be grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yeah. He could said, oh, look at, I understood the language of never. He was very humble. That's number one. Number two, we learn from the story is the feeling of responsibility. The queen of the ants, he could just, Mr. Sulaiman, he just hide palace. I said, no. Yeah. He saw his responsibility. This is my people, and this is my duty to protect them. I know. He not run away. He could just, take care of himself. Didn't care about what's going on with them. Yeah. I know. It's very important. Umar bin Khattab radiallahu anhu said, if there is a donkey in Iraq, is in Medina, fall down, Allah will ask me, hey Umar, why you don't make road for donkey? Right? And I believe that all of us, we have family. Allah said, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu qu anfusakum wa ahlikum nar. Protect yourself and your family. Allah will not give that wife, the children to us, unless Allah know that we will be responsible for them. Right? This life and next life. Number two, we see the ants, the queen, it care about the others, right? He always concerned about the interest, the need of the other ants, or the other ants. Yeah. So therefore, this is very important that caring about the others is one of the teaching of Islam, and one of the ibadah that the rewards multiply. You know why Rasulullah SAW, after prayer, he looked to all the congregation, to the ma'mum. So because I want to check one by one like this. So one day, he didn't see Thawban. For 2 days, Thawban is not in the masjid. Rasulullah asked, where is Thawban? Rasulullah, I heard he's sick. Hearing that he's sick, Rasulullah stood up and just directly to visit Thawban. Because remember that when you visit someone sick, it is 70,000 angels pray for you. Allah. 70,000 angels make dua for the one who visit the one who's sick. Even in Hadith Qudsi, Allah SWT will call a servant one day. He said, oh my servant, I was sick, but you didn't visit me. And servant said, Ya Allah, how could I visit you? You are Lord of the world. He said, remember your brother, your friend was sick. If you do visit him, you will find me there. Right? So Rasulullah visit him. Thawban, malak. Kenapa kamu? Ya Rasulullah, in a few days, I was thinking about you. If I did not see you one day, I miss you. And then I was thinking about Jannah. Even if Allah put me in Jannah, I will not see you. Because you told me that Jannah have 100 levels. Who am I and who are you? You are in with all the prophets. And Rasulullah couldn't answer, because it might be true. And Allah SWT revealed the ayat in Surah An-Nisa. And then he's smiling. وَمَنْ يُطِعِ اللَّهَ وَالرَّسُولَ فَأُولَٰئِكَ مَعَ الَّذِينَ أَنْعَمَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِمْ مِنَ النَّبِيِّينَ وَالصِّدِّيقِينَ وَالشُّهَدَاءِ وَالصَّالِحِينَ. Tawban, good news for you, don't worry. Said whoever obey Allah and obey the messenger. In Jannah, Allah will put him together with who? With all the prophets. Can you imagine in Jannah? Hey, Ibrahim, Musa, Isa, your friend. Was Siddiqeen, Abu Bakr, right? Or Umar, was Salihin, Imam Shafi, Imam Abu Hanifa, all people. Was Shuhada, Hamza, right? So Rasulullah always care about his companion. We have to do the same. Something might be text someone that somewhere you didn't see him in this situation. Meet your brother, text them. Brother, are you okay? Are you doing okay? Somebody was texting me. I feel something good. He cared about me. And then another lesson we learn is positive thinking. Right? Has patience. The ants, he said to his people, he said, وَهُمْ لَا يَشْعُرُونَ. If they crush us, step on us, not because they are people. We are good people, but we are small. They didn't see us. It's very important always have positive thinking about something. Avoid suspicion. Because most people sometimes they did something and regret after that because of what? Because have suspicion, have negative thinking. Rasulullah said, try to find 70 excuses. You have neighbor, he's good neighbor, and he had a program, Akika, for example, and he did not invite you. You know, if you didn't have positive thinking, said, oh man, I am his neighbor. He invite people from Portland, from everywhere. Me? No. Try to find excuse. Maybe he invite me and I forgot. Or maybe he thought my children or my wife. Or maybe he considered I am not guest, you know, just come. Right? And this is what happened with the ants. And then we learn also the importance of giving reminder and advice. It is very important that we live in the situation. You know how many times that we see maybe our family, our neighbors, our friends, they are in dangers. You know, their akidah in danger, their akhlaq in dangers, their ibadahs in dangers. And we just ignore them. Right? Because everything now is will affect us. The internet, Facebook, you know, our children in dangers. Be like the ants. When the ant saw his people in dangers, what he did, he come forward, he remind them. So he saved them. This is also our duty. Right? When you see, you know, you have a friends, you know, they've now starting little bit far away from Islam, far away from masjid, from Halqa, you know, and you look at he's on the wrong way. Don't ignore them. Be like the ants. Come forward and help them. Yeah. And also we learn from the story of ant is that the ant is the animals, they are social animal. They always help one another. You know the ant when they find a food and they cannot carry, he move little bit and then he calling his friend. And you can see they what you call, they work together. Right? And also they have job description. You know, they have security, they had people giving idea, and many things. If you learn this, the life of ants, it's very interesting, right? And also, I would like to share in closing some interesting story in related to the ants. Yeah. So he said that one day, Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam, he was in the seashore, sitting down there, and then he saw an ant was walking toward the sea, and suddenly a frog come out, and then the ant went inside the mouth of the frog, and then went down to the sea. Sulaiman was amazed what's going on here. He just watching like this, and then after a while, the frog came back. Sorry, the ants, the ant when they went inside the mother frog was carry a seed in his mouth. So when they come out after a while from the frog, there's no seed. So Sulaiman alayhi salam asked the ant, what did you do, man? What's going on? You went together with the, he said, look, Allah sent me to feed a worm. Inside ocean, there is like a rock. Not rock, it's like rock have a hole, and it's a blind worm. This worm cannot find food by itself because it's blind. So Allah sent me and my friend every day to send the food for it, for breakfast, for lunch and dinner. Subhanallah. And he said, what did the worm say after you give the food? He said he make dua. He said, Ya Allah, yes, you did take care of my rizki. I am inside the rock, right? Please take care of the rizki of your righteous servant. Give them blessing. Give them rahmah. make dua for us. Yeah. Another story, Sulaiman alayhi salam, one day he saw an ant was eating. He said, how much food you need for 1 year? He said, 2 seed. 2 seed? Don't worry, you don't need to looking for it. I will take care of you. So he took the ants and put like in the special place, like a cups, and put aside and put 2 seed. That's it. And after 1 year, Sulaiman looked down. I saw only his still remain 1 seed. I said, hey, you did lie to me. You know, it's only you need 1 seed for 1 year. He said, His Excellency, when I was outside, Allah, the one who take care of my rizqi, and Allah will never forget me. But when you put me in that box, in that cup, I depend on you. And you are a human being. Maybe you forget. So what I did, I eat 1 day and I fast 1 day. So when you forget, I still have food. Subhanallah. Yeah. Another interesting story about Sulaiman alayhi salam. He said when Sulaiman then talked to the ants, he said, come here, queen. So why are you scared of me? You know, I am a prophet too, because not only king. And I can see that you and your people, I will not step on you. I will turn like this. You know what the answer of the ants? He said, His Excellency, I did not only worry that you will step on us. And I believe that you will avoid to crash us. But I'm worried if my people outside and then they see your greatness, your power, they forget Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They worry, they forget Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the ants, they know the importance of to protect the Tawheed. And this is very important for us, to protect the Tawheed of our children. You know, we have to check what they watch, what they read. One of the reasons why Umar bin Khattab, the first thing he did when he became Khalifa, he asked Khalid bin Walid, you know, who who was successful in defeating Roman and Persia by Khalid. So Umar, the first thing he did, asked Khalid to step down and Abu Ubaidah to be the leader. But Khalid, Samina Watana, I obey. But when the war is finished, Khalid returned to Medina. Khalid asked Umar, like, why you ask me to step down? Because maybe because jealous, he said, because I want to protect the Aqidah. I want to protect the Iman of the children in Medina. Because you know what happened? When you get all victories, the people was making pottery, they're praising you. Look like Khalid is Akbar. So I want to prove it to the people. Khalid is Khalid. Khalid is become great because of Islam. Even when Khalid stepped down, the Muslims still, they get victory. Yeah. So preserving the Aqidah is very, very important. Because this is the capital. You know when Rasulullah when his uncle Abu Talib is on the bed, he's going to die. Rasulullah, ya Ammi, or my uncle, please say La ilaha illallah, biha rabbi. Say this word, so I have excuse in the Jannah, I can help you. Without this word, I cannot help you. Right? So that's, I think, the lesson we learned from the story of the ants, right? Number one, that we have always be grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when Allah blesses us with the blessing. Number two, we have to feel of responsibility. Because everybody, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives certain responsibility. Many of us, we have family. This is our, The second, also the most important, we have not only care about ourselves, how to go to Jannah myself. No, we have to care about the interest of the others. When you see something, I will call us a very interesting story. It is in one of the king. Sorry, I don't have pictures. One of the king in China, he put like a big rock on the road, and he asked someone to watch what people comment, what they say. So in the morning, a rich man walking, oh man, who stupid man this? They put rock on the road, yeah. And then he walk, go what you call on the right side and walk and pass by. And then second one, the two young men, they was laughing. Man, who's this? Didn't have time, put rock in the middle of the road, and then make joke, right? And then pass by. And then after a while, what you call a farmer with his family was walking, and then he said, "Really, we're not supposed to put this here. Who put this here? So let me move it." So they move it and move it and move it and move it, and alhamdulillah, the road is clear now. But then he found a box under the rock. When they opened, there was a treasure, lot of money. And there was rotting there. He said, the evil, the munkar, we cannot remove the evil by just talking, just commenting, but it has to be by action, right? By do something, right? That means if you want to see something wrong in our family, don't just comment or tell somebody you may know it. Come forward, do something, advise them, right? So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us long life, right? Give us good health, right? Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bring us to Ramadan, right? Rasulullah used to say, Allahumma kama balaghtana Rajab wa Sha'ban, fabaligna Ramadan. Allah, as you brought me to Rajab and Sha'ban, please bring us to Ramadan, right? Let me dua inshallah. Alhamdulillah hamdan ya fi ni'maka fi mazidah. Ya Rabbana lakal hamdu kama yanbaghi li jalali wajhika wa 'azimi sultanik. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala sayyidina wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma kama balaghtana Rajab wa Sha'ban faballighna Ramadan salimina ghalimin. Allahumma hina al-islam wa sunnah wa tawaffana ala al-iman wa tawbah. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين.